It's the ultimate travel guide from the people who know it best. Weekends with Yankee. While Portland is Yankee Magazine's favorite food city in New England, Greensboro, Vermont, population 770, is their pick for the region's best small food town. In fact, food lovers from far and wide come to this remote spot in the Northeast Kingdom because it's home to some exceptional cheesemakers and a brewery that ranks among the world's best.
I'm so excited today because I'm in one of my favorite small towns in New England. This is Greensboro, Vermont. Population 1,000, pretty close to the Canadian border, and yet this is a place where the best cheesemakers and cider makers and beer makers and sausage makers have all kind of put down roots and started making incredible food. It is a food lover's paradise. My first stop is going to be Jasper Hill Farm, which is literally like the big cheese in this area. They make an incredible array of cheeses. And then we're going to go to Hill Farmstead Brewery, where people line up for hours to get their hands on the beer. It's that good. So how long have you had this land?
We bought the farm in 1998, and it was really an irrational, emotional decision. For us, meaningful work in a place that we love with people that we love is a whole life.
Yeah.
And Greensboro's that place.
Wow. It's beautiful.
Yeah.
So where do you actually make the cheese?
The cheese house is attached to the barn here. It's the ground floor. We used to ripen our cheese in the cellar. 6-7 days a week, we're making cheese, taking the milk from the cows here and turning it into cheese just about every day. It never ends. We never get ahead.
Yeah. Well, I'd love to go take a look at the cheesecakes.
Yeah, let's go taste some cheese.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
So how big is this entire complex?
We're looking at about 22,000 square feet.
Wow.
We've got 7 vaults that run back into the hillside. We're ripening about 14 varieties of cheese.
So these are not all cheeses that you make?
We make our own cheese, but we also ripen cheese for other cheesemakers.
I feel like I'm in the Willy Wonka factory of cheese.
So this is Cabot cloth-bound cheddar. It's traditional English-style cave-aged cheese.
Now, what are we looking at? There's obviously different cheeses on each side.
So we're looking at Landaf from Landaf Creamery
Oh, I
in
love
Landaf,
that cheese.
New Hampshire. Yeah. It's an awesome,
like a Welsh-style cheese.
Yeah, it's a Welsh Caerphilly-style cheese, yeah. And on the left here is Bailey Hazen Blue. We pierce the cheese with a stainless steel needle, which allows oxygen to penetrate into the core of the cheese, and the spores, which we add to the milk, bloom, colonize all those gaps and cavities, and ripen the cheese from the inside out.
Oh, so the oxygen allows the mold to grow.
Exactly, and it's quite a low oxygen environment in the inside of that cheese,
Right.
but the blue mold is adapted to that low oxygen environment, so it's the only thing that'll grow. So, Bailey, it's a blue cheese, but it doesn't have an overpowering flavor that a lot of people that don't like blue cheese,
Sort of stinky cheeses.
love Bailey.
So could we also try with the Landaf? I love this cheese.
Absolutely, I love this cheese too, and pound for pound, we probably eat more Landaf in our house than anything, because it is a cheese that is subtle enough that you can really eat a lot of.
Boy, you know what I'm thinking as I'm eating this? I would love to have this with some really good beer.
There's some amazing beer just up the road from here.
Hey.
Hello.
I'm Amy.
Kevin, nice to meet you.
Thanks. So I'm watching people coming in here with their coolers, and it's like there's this, it's like they're approaching an altar, like they're so reverent.
Oh yeah, for sure. Many people would describe this as the mecca of craft beer.
So what are we tasting today?
So we have a lot being offered today. So we start off with Marie, which is our German-style Helles. A very light, very easy drinking beer for the summer.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Perfect amount, thanks. Oh, wow.
Yep.
That's so nice.
A little bit of a buttery taste to it, you know, and like I said, not really hoppy. So for a lot of people we get here, you know, we try to have beers of every style for people of every offerings. So next we can go with the Mary, which is just gonna be a small step up from the Marie.
Okay.
And this is gonna have a little bit of hoppiness to it. German malts, German hops. Yeah, nice and crisp drinking like the Marie, but you're gonna have a little bit of a hoppy finish on it, which is
Oh, that's
Just
nice.
a really nice balance.
What is it about Greensboro that's made it such a hub?
I've only lived up here for 2.5 years. And one of the things I love the most about Vermont, and probably more specifically the Northeast Kingdom, is the mentality of hard work and dedication can get you by. You talk to one person, they tell you right away, like, oh, I have an idea for this. You know, it's like people are always just coming up with new things, trying to be innovative. I used to sell Jasper Hill cheese my previous life, where with cheese much more. And so, like, I've known a lot of people there for years. And so to taste their cheese and to taste the beer here, it does bring you to, like, the location. Or just the idea of, this can be my passion, and this is what I can work myself towards to build and develop as an individual.